Nice little discussion. So I've been going ahead and thinking about some stuff, right? So as I've been going through certain questions and thinking about things, I try to get at least past the whole, like when it comes to relationships, right? I try to get past the whole, like, who's at blame, who's better, who makes more. Things I would consider to be the trivial things, right? So the questions that I have today, I want to dive in just a little bit deeper, right? And salute to everybody that's in here. I see all of you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in to Smitty's Corner once again. Okay. So I have 3 questions on the table for tonight, all right? And given my take on the first piece of this, right? Given my take on the first piece. So the first question that I have for you guys tonight is this, right? What are 3 key factors that captures a woman's interest? Been thinking about that, because like I would say, us as men, that is definitely something that we need to be mindful of. What really is it that captures their attention? I mean, yes, it can be your car, or, it can be, let's say, your title of occupation. It can be these things. Yeah, of course. But like, truly, if you're talking about not necessarily the lure, right? Not how you reel them in, but how do you keep them? Okay, cool. So far what I have is this. This is what I have, right? So the 3 key factors, right? I would say personally, assurance in oneself. I would definitely say there's something that I've noticed personally. Even if your ideology may be a little wacky to most folks, whether it's a very docile position, very aggressive, the one thing that I do know is this: a woman loves a man who stands on his shit. Don't bend, don't buckle, don't fold. Don't say one thing one moment, and just because you got some peer pressure around you, all of a sudden you trying to like retract your statements. Nah, stand on it. And what I've noticed is that like, and now I'm not saying now, because I think we get things twisted sometimes, right? So let me make a disclaimer. When I say stand on it, I mean like, not if you're caught dead ass wrong, you've been proven to be wrong, and you're still staying in that state of foolishness. Nah, that's not attractive, nor is it cool, nor is it becoming of a man, right? No, I wouldn't say do that. But just stand on like whatever your personal principles and values are, right? What keeps you in line and keeps you balanced, right? Whatever keeps you at peace. Stand on that. It may be certain people that don't agree with what you're saying, right? But stand on that. Okay? So that would be my first part. The second part would be this. I would say consistent movement and action. I've always said this statement when it comes to my father. I remember asking him, hey, Dad, how come you don't really say I love you that much? My dad is not a real emotional person. He's not. He don't do all the hugs and hey, cowboy, and he don't do all that. Nah. My father don't even apologize when he's wrong. That's just him, okay? But I love my dad, and I recognize how he functions, right? But the one thing I was asking him, I said, Dad, how come you don't never say I love you that much? You know what he said? He said, I don't need to, because I show you, your mother, and your sisters, and all of y'all every damn day. That's right. He said, I would rather not tell you that I love you every day, but still show you, as opposed to, you know, tell you I love you, but never show you. So I would say a man of consistent movement and action. However you start off, keep that up. Keep that pace up. Don't bite off more than you can chew, right? Don't try to sell her no huge big dream. Don't say a bunch of stuff that you know you can't live up to. I mean, at some point it's all going to come out. You know how I look at lies? I look at lies like a pregnancy. You can't hide it but for so long. At some point, the belly gonna show, right? That's what I'm looking at with this. Wait 1 second. Hold on, y'all. Bow. Go ahead and get my folks up in here. Not sure. Let's see. Hold on. There we go. I'm in.
Respect.
Respect. We up in here. So yeah, so ladies, fellas, I would say consistent movement, right? Consistent movement in a man's actions. Bruh, forget what you talking about. I don't care how smooth you sound. Again, your game, like your spitting game, that's just the real. At some point, she gonna be sitting back and being like, okay, let's see if all of this that he talking about pans out. So don't bite off more than you can chew. Don't get to saying everything that you know that you can't live up to, right? And I would say last but not least, before I pass it off to Brother Blue, right? I would say, all right, now follow me on this one. Your network worth. That's right. Your network worth. There is something about a man who is very well connected, has resources. You see what I'm saying? Sometimes it's not always about if you necessarily are the richest man in the community, but are you a very well respected man in the community? That goes a long way as well. Goes a long way, right? Your reputation. When she's out with you, say she comes to your side of town and y'all go out. You take her, the local shopping center, malls, and places you go. When she recognizes when y'all go out places, ain't nobody messing with you, ain't nobody disrespecting you. The few people you do come across, it smiles and, hey man, how you been and everything else. They see the local clerks and everywhere else. So how you doing? How's your kids? Everything else. They recognize these things. So what do? They pay attention to stuff like that, right? So just to recap on everything I just said, the assurance in oneself, right? Don't be cocky. Don't have an ego. Because I always go back to what my father told me, at least if you're a believer, when you have an ego, ego, you edge God out of your life. So don't have an ego, but definitely be assured in oneself. Know yourself. 2, consistent movement and action. Don't just talk about something. God damn it, get up and do it. Show it. Okay? All right? And number 3, the network of your worth. All right? How well are you connected in your community and your surroundings? But with that being said, I digress. My mic is muted. Blue, talk to him. You already know what it is.
Hold on. Hold on. Give me the first. I know we got a couple questions. Give me the first one again. The first one again.
No.
Hold on. You got muted. You got muted.
Oh, my bad, y'all. What are the 3 key factors that captures a woman's interest?
Yes.
Gotcha.
All right. So there's a phrase I use that's similar to what he just said, and it's your network will determine your net worth. So a man's power and influence, I'm gonna put that as 1. So how he moves, where he can get in and out to, as far as a night scene, as far as the bank, as far as his job, his responsibility, how he handles himself, how he dresses down, how he dresses up, what's his casual dress, just his basic movements will get you in and out, and it determines the respect that you shall receive. his faith. A lot of women want a Christian man. A lot of women want somebody who is devoted to a higher power. So that is the second thing that women want to respect. At times they don't, but me being in the South, you know, they say this is the Bible Belt. Is that who is it? That AG? AG looking like that? I never see. You know, she always got a background, so and she looking down at the camera. So
Nah. She got the J-Lo getting ready to go do this scene real quick. Look going
Oh,
on. Go ahead,
Lord.
rocking the Grace.
Hi,
good
gentlemen.
evening. Okay,
Good evening.
wasn't sure. Okay, a man's faith and how he handles himself with his higher power and appreciates the higher power, and then how he treats her. How if and that's a really big deal. How he treats her, how she feels when he's around, the fact that he misses her or doesn't miss her, that will make moves and grounds. Because a woman always wants to be appreciated. A woman wants to know that she's loved. She wants affection. She wants to be praised consistently. Not all women. Some women want constant touch, affection. They want you to literally grab their ass and play with their titties every 5-10 minutes just to let you know you're there. And then, because if you don't, they're like, damn, what's wrong with you? What's your problem? So, I mean, like I said, your status, because then she can appreciate what you have worked to get. She can appreciate the work that you put in, because it makes her life easier. And I say that the money is not really about saying that you have money. Money is about making life easier. Because in this day and age, 2023, in America, which, because I'm American, money just makes life easier. Money helps you go in and out of places. It garners you automatic respect, because not just because you can wear expensive t-shirt and jeans. It's more about, can you eat healthy? Can your car never break down? Or if it does break down, you're automatically up and rolling again. Can anything bad happens to you, can you get it fixed right away? That's what money is to me. It's not showing off, hey, I got this much. It's, hey, I'm not stopping my process that I want to have. And again, I think faith is a big thing, because, you know, a lot of people say praise God, praise Allah, praise whoever their higher power is. And again, how you treat her. And I think that's such a big thing. Some people discount that, but a woman, as she's vetting you, how you talk to her, how you move, will determine whether, hell, just be honest, how soon you gonna get it. If you treat her nice, you treat her correct, the way she wants to be treated, then hey, if you treat her a little rough, some women want that, but a lot of women just want respect, especially after 35. And before 35, they might want to, you might talk to them rough. But once they didn't have, they've been through life a little bit, they just want somebody to be nice and respectful to them. It changes. I mean, there's really 3 stages of women, and we're dealing with the latter part of dating, because if you get over 55, yeah, you should have made a better decision 10 previous years. If you're getting close to that 50, not talking about you, Grace, but if you're getting close to it, you got to make a decision, because divorces, death, all these things happen, and you just got to make a decision. If you want to be alone or if you want to be with somebody. I realized I was about to say it, and I was like, shit, Grace on here. Let me give her a disclaimer. I'm not talking about it. Sorry. Go ahead, AG.
All right. So I'm gonna just go ahead just to, reiterate the question for you. So Grace, you know what? And this is beautiful, because I like the fact that I'm actually, hearing the woman's side of what these factors are. So Grace, with you personally, love, what are 3 key factors that captures a woman's interest in a man?
Well, Smitty, you know that every woman is different. And like Blue was saying, every woman is at a different stages, because what I liked when I was 20, I don't like now. So for me personally, consistency. And that's consistency all across the board, with communication, with attention, with everything, because attention is like currency for women. So to me, consistency is major. Intelligence turns me on. Because at the end of the day, when you old and I'm old and our body parts ain't working, Hopefully our minds are still working and we could still have good conversations. We could still learn from each other and still grow. It doesn't matter if I'm 70 years old, rocking on my rocking chair with some lemonade. We got to learn. We got to be able to laugh at each other. And 3, for me, stability. I'm going to have to put security in there too. Stability and security, because, again, at my age, I'm too old to mold. And I need to feel secure and safe with you if that's going to turn me on. Those are my top 3.
You might.
My bad. Beautiful. Blue, did you want to say or add anything to that?
No, there's a gentleman. He said, I don't know if he hit the request. It says Ben the Barber. He said, let me in. I think he said,
What's the name?
Ben the Barber 101.
All right, hold
With a blue.
on.
How many people can you fit on Instagram?
Just 4.
Four.
Just 4. Just 4 squares. That's it.
All right. There we go.
So, Blue, would you say those are reasonable things as a woman of my age
Why
are
that age?
reasonable?
Why you ask me that?
Because you brought it up. So now we're gonna just leave it on the table.
Actually, ma'am, that's the king.
Ma'am.
That's the king above question. But I will answer. You said one thing that I have a point of contention of. You said I want to learn continuously, but I'm old and I'm not going to be able to mold. Ma'am, that's an oxymoron.
Well, okay, you're right. When I say I'm too old to mold, is if you're 45 years old, there's just certain things that I would expect you to already have or know about. You know, if you're 45 years old and you still don't know about credit, I mean, come on, Blue. You know, it's just now I can help you and teach you how to get better credit, but not to know anything about it. It's a little. I got, you know, I've already raised a son. You're 45 years old. You still don't know how to cook. With all the resources that we got to know how to cook and YouTube channels and cookbooks.
Well, hold on. That's 2 different things. I'll co-sign on the not understanding credit. I'm gonna limit it down. I'm gonna say a man needs resources. If he doesn't know how to cook, he can pay somebody for that. A man with means and resources, if he don't know how to wash his own laundry or press his clothes, he can pay somebody for that. And it won't affect his status because you won't be able to tell when he goes in public. And then it's taken care of when he's in private. There's some certain things to do that I'll just pay somebody to do. But yeah, hey, look, how much you charge? Okay. Hey, can you just like for example, and what we do, I don't know how to clip videos and put the captions up there. You see it all the time. I pay somebody to do that. So it's not like it's a deficit for me, because if you have means and status, then anything that is a deficit is no longer a deficit. That's why I say money is so important. People get mad at me when I bring up how important being financially stable is and having income. And you make it such a point. Yeah, but most women, not necessarily you, they want a man who makes 6 figures, even though it's not average. They understand that it's above average, but they still want that exceptional because they understand it's not about how you show it. It's how you spend it. It's how you make life easier. And life is hard for a lot of people. Me, for example, my mother had me. My initial house that I live in was a shotgun house, 3 bedroom, 1 bath, no shower, 10 people.
Damn.
So if you come from that, you don't want to go back to that. Welcome to this 3.
Hey, I hear you.
Go ahead, Smith.
Yeah.
Next question.
Yeah. I got you. I was saying, your buddy didn't pop up. I sent it, but you can maybe try again, brother, if you out there. If you try again, send an invite or whatever. I'll pull you up.
Yeah, I saw.
All right, so
I don't know what happened.
it's all good. It's all good. We're gonna rock out. This the team right here. All right, so look, this is the next question, man. All right, so hold on. So everybody, I'm telling you right now, these last two questions, we're about to get a little messy with this one, okay? This one's a little bit more messy. Yeah, it's a little messy. Okay, here we go.
Yeah, take a sip.
Would you reinstate a past relationship? Yes or no? And why? Let me see. We're going to start with you, Grace. Ladies first. Ladies first.
AG.
Absolutely not.
Mm. And why not?
Because I'm not that same person when I was with that person. Therefore, I've progressed. And especially if that person hasn't progressed. No. They're in your past for a reason. Leave them there. So I will not go back to any relationship that I've had before. I'm looking forward. People have to stop looking at the rear view mirror because they're going to miss what's in front of them.
Okay. Hey, I mean, hey, that was all blue. I mean, what you got for that, brother? So one more time, of course, I'm gonna reinstate because there's still people coming in the building. This question right here is: would you reinstate a past relationship? If so, why? If not, why?
I would, because I'm gonna be honest. My start point was August 28, 1979. The dash, which I'm working on right now. I don't know my end date, but I've made lots of mistakes, and I'm gonna be honest. Not many times where a woman left me, something I did or something I didn't do, a choice I made. So I'm going back a wiser man, saying, you know what, I fucked this up. I think that she was a great woman, and I need to revisit this and see if I can make things right. And sometimes it's a no. And sometimes she gonna make you wait. Sometimes she's gonna say, you know what, you were nice. Or I'm gonna be honest. Say nice when I'm about to say. I always give a disclaimer. I've ghosted people and didn't speak to them for 2 or 3 years, and I'll text them back on a random ass Sunday and say, hey, how you been? Like I didn't leave you on red 3 years ago, and then I chose to respond. Because sometimes I'm just whatever I did or didn't do, it's not necessarily that I went to another woman. It's just something happened in my life, and I was like, you know what? I think I need some me time, and I didn't feel like explaining myself, which is wrong. I admit that, but yeah, I would go back because normally it's me that fucked up. I'm gonna be honest. So yeah.
I like that. I like that. So my answer is a split between you two, right? So my thing is this.
Big Hink.
Huh?
The Big Hink in the building.
Oh man. Oh, respect. Salute, soldier. All right, so my thing is this. All right, so would I reinstate a past relationship? That depends. This is the only reason why I would reinstate a past relationship. Anything else? No. Only way I would, because this actually happened to me before. And that's also considering if I was single too. I had an awesome relationship with this chick. And she wound up getting a job and she moved and we just lost contact, right? Now, of course, I would assess what's been going on with you. Like, you're not just going to go off for 10 years and get all slutted out and think I'm, no, not that type. Of course, we are going to thoroughly assess, but let's just say it was, that was the situation. Like, I lost contact with her, and I mean, that was a beautiful thing we had going on, and we just lost contact. See, I know, y'all only thinking of the exes that you die in a house fire. No, I'm not talking about just
You're
them.
right.
You
You're
know
right,
what I
because
mean?
now I have to recant my answer.
Yeah, there are many different situations as to why people would break up, right? You see what I'm saying? So that's all I'm at with that one. So that's the only reason why I say, if it was a situation where We didn't break off on bad terms. It could have just been the timing of the situation. That does happen in life, right? Then you
You're
wound up
right.
coming across that person. You maybe moved to the same city, anything. Come across them somewhere or whatever. Run across them on social media. Things get rekindled, right? That does happen. So that's what I mean by maybe. But with that being said, Blue, do you have anything else for that?
No, I want to hear her. She said she's gonna recant, so I want to hear this shit.
Oh, snap. Grace, rock out, Grace.
Um, I've had time now to think about it and what y'all said, and I think there's a couple ones that I would reinstate because they're at a better plane. I'm at a better plane. And when you said timing, there was one that was really, really, really good. But his mom got sick and he had to move to Maryland, and you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I think I would. But the good ones, the bad ones, no, they can stay in the burning house. But the positive one and the good ones, look at Blue. You know I did that on purpose. But yeah, if it was a good, positive, healthy one, and we because of timing or anything, yes, I would. But the ones that weren't, no, I wouldn't. Which I guess makes sense, right? Why would you go to something that's not good for you?
Yes. You know, I have a different question. It's kind of on the same premise. So I've never experienced it because I'm not going to tolerate it. That's me. But you have either one of you participated in a relationship that will be toxic, that will be considered where you all like let's just say the sex is great when everything is positive, you love them so hard, but then they say some stupid shit that they regret, and it's always a whole lot of makeup sex, but it's because y'all are always fighting. And then if you're not fighting, you're trying to rebound because you know it's going to be a fight another day or so away.
Um, I mean, I've had my relationships with your regular ups and downs, but toxic, calling the cops and this and that. No, I never really experienced that because
Well, I didn't say call it.
no.
I didn't.
Well, that's toxic. If you're calling the cops on somebody in your
Oh,
relationship,
well, let me.
and some people go back. I've had the cops called on me once, and I never went back to that person, and I got arrested.
What'd you do?
It was a misdemeanor touch and battery.
Touching. What is that? I don't speak New York. What is that?
He slapped me, and I went in on him, and I went to jail for 3 days because he had marks on him, and I did it.
Oh,
You're not gonna put your hands on me and think I'm not gonna clap back.
you're
Sorry.
you're a woman. I'm
Okay,
not.
he was in a leg cast. I had leverage, and I was in a police academy at the time, so I knew defensive moves.
Hold on a second.
Oh, here we go.
Hold on a second. I gotta get you together right quick. Tell me
This
about this.
happened years
I
ago.
don't care. Tell me about this guy. How tall was he?
About 5'10".
Oh, he was short for you. Okay. So you at 5 foot, he's a foot taller than you. He has a leg cast, and you thought you actually gonna win that fight. I'm not approving him hitting you, mind you. Let be known. Put that in the record. I'm not saying it's okay for him to hit you. I'm saying, everyone listening, if a man puts his hands on you as a woman, you digress. You make the phone call. Come get this motherfucker. Because even in your like, let's just say, for example, I get in a tussle with anybody. I'm dark skinned. I do not bruise. I can't get hickeys. It takes, you have to draw blood to see that I'm injured. And
Okay.
you didn't have any marks, but I wouldn't tell anybody to fight me. Because I'm like, one, I can take a punch. Two, I'm not gonna play fair. I don't care if you are a woman and you put your paws on me, I'm not gonna call the cops. When the cops come, they're gonna be mad. But I've been around a couple blocks. I'm not gonna hit you here. I'm not gonna hit you here.
Well, the thing is, he cornered me. He was an ex-police officer, and he cornered me, and he had my hands. So I bit him so he can let go of me. And because he had those marks, and he called the cops on me in the state of Florida, somebody going. And because he was an ex-cop, he knew the lingo. They were boys. He didn't expect them for me to get arrested. He was like, no, 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 I didn't want you to take her in. I just wanted to spook her. I said, that's when I got bold. I said, nah, go ahead. You called him? Do what you got to do, officer. What'd you think they were going to come over here for cookies and tea? So I did 3 days.
Who called the police first, Grace? Who called the police first?
He did.
Oh,
He did.
yeah, that's why they took you. See, Snoop has a song. You should look it up. It's called "Whoever Gets to the Phone First, the Other One's Going to Jail." All right, rock out, Blue. Rock out.
You know, I mean, I beat the charges and I was clean and I stayed in the police academy, but it cost me a lot of time, money, and effort. But he found out that day. No, you're not gonna slap me and think that's okay.
I'm not saying that's okay. I'm saying I would suggest actually I would say the same thing for a guy. If you're messing with a female, she's from New York, Jersey, and she want to slap you, don't hit her. Call the cops. Let her get that 48 to 72 hour refresher that she needs.
It's levels to it. I call the cops after I run as fast as I can. See, I get as much distance in between first, and then I go ahead down 911. Because I'm gonna be honest with you, I just want to get away from you. I just want to get away from you. Because you disrupting everything that consists of me at that point. I'm not about all that. And you coming at me with that, and you just assuming, because you're so accustomed to that, like, you know, ignorant love and hip-hop ass shit, you thinking that's what I'm about. Nope, you're dealing with a totally different breed. And now here it is, you're doing all of this, and and little do you know, I'm about to get away from you. But what's sad is that we have women out here who actually will think that something's wrong with me because I won't argue back, because I won't put my hands on you. You know, I'm gonna always speak my mind. I think anybody who see me long enough knows that. I'm gonna speak my mind. You're not gonna shut me up, hush me up, none of that. I'm gonna state my piece now, right? But at the end of it all, like after doing that, while I'm doing that, I'm simultaneously processing, is there any type of you receiving anything that's going on? And once I realize after that's not the case, yeah, no, I'm gone. I'm out of there. So that's it. You know, with me. I digress. My mic is muted. Rock out.
Blue, you saw what Corzette just wrote?
Yeah, I'm going to comment on that. All right, so listen.
It's funny.
Unfortunately, it's a personal deficit for you because you like pink penis. God's going to address that to you later in your life. Second, yeah, I wouldn't call the cops if I was in your situation. They'd be asinine, and it's not going to go your way. So you might want to choose wisely going forward. And of course, do not put hands on them because they bruise so easily. They're fragile, not agile. Yeah. And Grace, if you ever get, please don't. Just because you think the man is down, all I'm saying is the average number of women that actually win a fight against a man is very minuscule.
Oh, well, I carry now. I don't fight no more. You know, I am a licensed carrying permit. You know, I'm not fighting anymore. I'm too old for that. Sorry.
Yeah,
I know.
You skipped from a couple of marks to gun violence, so you
It's not gun violence. That's protection.
No.
If somebody puts his hands on me, you know?
No, I don't know. Actually.
Well, okay. Well, I'm letting you know now. You put your hands on me, it's on. I'm sorry, officer. My life was in imminent danger, and I felt my life was threatened. And my son's.
That bullshit, Grace?
Yes.
You gonna pull that?
Yes.
You gonna hit my neck and my back on them?
Yep.
Oh man.
You know, I can go either way. You know, you should see all my permits. One says W, one says H, another one says B. They all change them. Every time I renew it, they change. Let me tell you a story that happened, guy, real quick. I had my permit, and it said B. The first one I got said B for black. Lady put me in the office, and she said, and she closed the door, and she said, baby, I'm going to go ahead and change this to B to W. And I looked at her. I said, why? I said, would you like to be known over the radio as a black female with a gun or a white female with a gun? I said, wow. And she said to me, I'm sorry, baby, but that's
Hold on. They allowed you to choose between the Dominican and Sicilian? They was like, pick which one you rocking
she
with?
chose, no, she chose for me. She took the B off and she explained to me why she's putting the W on. And she was like, this is why I'm whispering to you, and I don't want you to tell anybody, but this is the world that we live in. If you call the cops and find yourself in a situation, would you rather be known over the radio wave as a black female with a gun or a white female on the gun? I was confused too. And I said, you know what? Just give me my permit. Whatever you put on it, it don't matter, because he going to be man down. So it don't matter.